because we need all the support. Today is the day that MARCOZ PARAMO lost his life. This was my son's best friend. The officers shot at the back of the vehicle. There's bullet holes in the back of the vehicle. They can't tell me that they didn't shoot at the back of the car. They was holding the kids at gunpoint while they were throwing up blood. They said they didn't chase the kids. There was video footage that showed them right behind chasing the kids. And we have that family here today. The mother of MARCOZ PARAMO, Tanya Giles. And I would love to call Tanya Giles up to say a few words. Thank you. And also, we're releasing some balloons for the children. Also, Elijah Thomas was also in the vehicle. There was 6 kids. 2 kids lost their life in this police chase. And that's Elijah Thomas and MARCOZ PARAMO that lost their lives. And we need these police chases to stop. There's no vehicle or no property that's worth a human life. And so we will have Tanya Giles. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tanya Giles. My son, MARCOZ PARAMO, was killed by law enforcement a year to this day. I wanted to say to all the supporters and all the activists that I am so thankful that you guys do what you do and you are who you are, because I wouldn't probably be here today if I didn't have all of you and all your support. It means so much. What Tashira was saying is law enforcement tries to cover up anything possible. Little did they know that yesterday, September 2nd, I have 2 children that were born on September 2nd. Every year we have a tradition, we go to the state fair. Last year, Sheriff Fletcher invited our family to the fair personally with him. So we were at the fair last year with Bob Fletcher, personally. My son was with him personally. You don't hear about that in the media, do you? You just hear about these kids that are juvenile delinquents that are out driving in stolen cars, chasing police, doing this, doing that. Okay, there was 6 kids in that car. They had something against the driver so bad. The driver's mother's here, and she's a good friend of mine. Patty, will you come up here? They went to her house 4 days before this accident because the police had chased her son in this car, and she asked them, please hold him accountable. If you know it was him, arrest him, take him. I fear for his life and whatever. They chose not to. He had no juvenile record. The car was parked at the high school that Friday, a year ago today. The school security officer called the sheriffs and said that the car was there. So they got there and they seen the car empty. They could have towed it. The right thing to do, right? But their hate and their evilness wanted so bad to arrest this child for felony fleeing of police because he had no juvenile record. You know, he made a bad choice, whatnot. They watched all 6 kids get in that car until it drove off and then tried to chase it. They wanted a juvenile, a 15-year-old kid who made a bad choice. So bad. It's not like he murdered anybody, he killed anybody. But they did try, because I went to the police department the next day and asked for the police reports, and a police officer that wasn't even on duty was talking to me, and he told me, well, you know, they hijacked the car at gunpoint, which was a total lie. They found the keys at the football game a few days before, went out to the parking lot, clicked the clicker, and had the car. So for them to keep fabricating stories to make the community believe that these kids were so bad, stone cold killers, murderers, You didn't hear nothing about Bud Fletcher having my son at the fair the day before, did you? Nobody. He was personally devastated, that's all. But since then, a year ago today, after the accident, I haven't heard from Bob Fletcher one time. I've even reached out to Sher, and I have even reached out to sit down so I can have some answers, some clarification. Do you think he responded? Nope. I live in a community where there's people come from poverty, from homelessness. They're already been through hell, so you can imagine what their kids go through. These cops intimidate these kids daily. They harass them. They make them feel like they're less than, like they're nobody. They pick on them constantly. It's been happening forever since I've lived there, and probably longer than that. I had a conversation with one of the employees at my housing complex 2 days ago, and we had a big, my son just turned 15, August 26th, and we had a big birthday party for him. Well, the employees at my place of residence, they had some family members with them, and one of the employees had their mother there, and she was out in front of the building waiting for her, and she told me, my mom was so mad. They know that there's kids in our community, tons of kids. A lot of them are unsupervised at times. They wander off, but we're a community. We all help each other out. We all support each other. We're all there for each other. She said that her mother saw 3 police squads fly doing about 80, 90 miles per hour down the street in front of my place of residence. She said they did not have one ounce of care for anybody that was in their way, because they know who lives there. They know that they're unfortunate already. They know they're low class. They treat them like they're nothing. Like, these are little kids. If you are a human being and you have no compassion, zero compassion for a child, you need to be in hell. You don't deserve to be here on earth. And it's sad. And it's sad that us parents know these kids, half the time they're being disrespectful and acting up because what the police have shown them and made them feel. I've had conversations before my son died with the police department, telling them, for 45-minute conversation, that you're approaching these kids wrong. They've already been through enough. I mean, all they need is a little love, compassion, and attention. You guys are making their lives way harder. Try going outside, throwing the football to one of them. Try having a conversation with them. Try to jump rope with one of them. I bet you'll get a lot further. I bet you their feelings towards you would be a lot different. But no, they walked out of my house that day. They played with the kids for about 20 minutes, and the kids, I mean, they enjoyed it. They were respectful. They liked that time, and then that was that. Then they go right back to being the terrible, horrible, non-compassionate, don't give a shit less. If they hurt a kid, if they kill a kid, even if they're innocent, they don't care. I have not talked to one law enforcement since my son's death. Not one. Not one. Oh, excuse me. The other night I did. All the kids in the community were playing with their Orby guns. Nothing wrong. In the front, there's 5 parents sitting outside. 6 squads pull up, harassing the kids again. Oh, they told us 4 different stories. 4 different stories. Oh, well, we heard that the guys were shooting the Orby guns at cars going by. All the kids were right here. There's 5 parents telling me. Why should it take 5 parents telling me the same story about what our kids were doing and not doing? Oh, well, they were shooting it at the laundry room, the laundromat. They were shooting inside the laundromat, over by the laundromat. I had it. One of the other parents, come on, take a walk with me. walk over to the laundromat. Not one Orby, not one Orby BB, not one on the sidewalk outside, in the driveway, none. So you guys are harassing these kids, putting them through more. They lost their best friend. You just killed their best friend a year ago. Since then, you have not shown any compassion, any disregards to what you did, and you're still continually harassing this. We have to stick together, and I'm sorry that I was late. It's a really hard day for me, but we all, no matter what the situation is, we all have to try to come out here and fight and fight and fight together every day for each and every one of the loved ones that we lost, everyone that's been killed by law enforcement, everybody who continues to get killed. We have to do something to stop it. And if we all just dwindle off and don't stick together and, okay, our time has passed, our it's been this long. No, we have to continue every day as much as we can to stick together and fight for the right, for human life.